Who you are right now is already enough. And if you don't believe that, you will never be enough. Nothing external should provide some sense of worth, make you feel more self-assured about yourself. Only you can give that to yourself. Only you can build that self-worth and that security within yourself. I, for one, have been dealing with this lately. It kind of stems since I was a little kid. I always wanted to play professional basketball in the NBA or college basketball, whatever it was. I wanted to play basketball at the highest level. And so being a kid with a performance-induced asthma, I felt like I was at some sort of disadvantage compared to my teammates, compared to my peers who didn't have asthma and could play damn near the whole game and not get tired. Meanwhile, I was someone who had to play 5 minutes or even less than get out because I couldn't breathe. And I put a chip on my shoulder to outwork everybody. I wanted to prove myself that I was worthy of playing basketball at any level. So I worked hard, I worked harder than most, and gave everything my all. And I just developed a mindset of not leaving any of my effort left on the table to prove to people, to prove to myself that I belong. And with this being somewhat of a good mindset to have, it didn't really bring the best outcomes when it came to me learning to love myself. Like, I feel like that mindset has carried me on to where I'm at right now, where I'm not even an athlete and I still work really, really hard. And I feel like that's due to that piece inside of me that's still trying to prove something. Not proved enough already. And I think that kind of carried over till now, where it's like somewhat of my worth has been tied into thinking that I'm enough if I'm able to do this, if I'm able to accomplish that, instead of believing that I'm enough already. Not within my accomplishments and what I do, but who I am, the joy I bring to the world, the joy I bring to other people. I didn't really look to give myself flowers, appreciation for going out and trying every day. Even if I didn't exceed my own expectations, even if I didn't perhaps meet my goal, I showed up. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to become 1% better every single day. It's not always going to be an everyday thing where I succeed. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be failures. And I failed to kind of see that. I failed to kind of look at that perspective. I'm choosing to love me, that I am enough, that I am worthy of my own love. I feel like that's something we can often get confused in doing and thinking that we have to do this, we have to do that to feel like we deserve basic human compassion from anybody, not just ourselves. Thinking you have to do this or do that to feel like you are worthy of receiving love from yourself. Because if I don't, then who am I? The compassion we give to ourselves should be given without any strings attached. That's why it's important to really look at our childhood and see why we think the way we think and how we became the person we are presently. It always starts within. Self-improvement isn't just an external battle. It is an internal battle as well. That's something I'm realizing too as I'm discovering what I need to work on. Choosing to love myself even in the times of not feeling like I'm succeeding. Loving myself throughout it all. Being a best friend and being a support system to myself and not crashing out. Because that's something I would do, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, when I be in the gym, I be getting mad. I would get legit mad at myself if I'm not excelling in a workout the ways I usually do. I feel like that I'm failing myself. That's something I'm working on, and I feel like it's something that we should all kind of take a look at. Just review kind of the own actions we plan our own suffering. If you really are just putting all your worth, all your compassion and love that you give to yourself within what you do, and you're honestly kind of learning to resent you and not learning to enjoy and love who you are. Give ourselves the flowers while we are here. You versus you will be your biggest competition. It's like I'll have a voice in my head being like, cause I ain't gotta do this, you gotta do that. And that little voice brings a lot of negativity and positivity at the same time. But the negative kind of outweighs the positive. And so now I'm choosing to be more mindful of it. I'm choosing to be more present of that voice. I'm choosing to be more just aware when I have those moments of not feeling like I gave everything my all and then acknowledge that I did. And I should be proud of myself for that. Because not everybody else would do the things I would do. Not everybody would do the things you would do. And by giving yourself flowers and giving yourself more gratitude and love, how you really see your worth, it can change. Just by practicing self-love with yourself on a day-to-day basis. And it's like a great way of doing that is every single day you wake up is tell yourself you love you. Tell yourself how beautiful you are, how special you are. Your skin, your hair, your energy, your aura. Just how you show up in the world, even when you don't even believe how worthy you are. You have to tell yourself these positive affirmations anyway. You're brainwashing yourself to think more positively about yourself. It's something my mom emphasized to me. And that's what I started doing every day, to tell myself I'm worthy, that I'm special, that I'm deserving of love. And I'm just really a cheerleader to myself. No matter if I did good at something, no matter if I did bad. I'm a cheerleader throughout it all. And that's how we have to be. Supportive for our own mental health. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we can be our biggest haters at times. Our biggest critic, when we need to be our biggest support system. So it's like now whenever I'm doing workouts, I'm choosing to do things that not only make me feel good, because at times, sometimes I'll force myself to do workouts that I know are hard and challenging just so I could prove my worth. So it's like now whenever I do a workout, I work hard, but I'm choosing to be more mindful of my own efforts and to be like, that's enough. Now let's move on to the next thing. Instead of staying stuck because, I could have done this more, I could have done this, I could have done that. How are you ever going to be proud of yourself? It's like nothing will ever be seen as enough because you don't validate yourself already. So that's my challenge right now, to keep building my own self-esteem. And just choosing to love myself all the way around. So if you have to fake it till you make it, if you have to speak to yourself in the mirror, write daily affirmations, or do a little video diary like I'm doing right here, do that. Just anything that can help build that self-esteem for you. So hope y'all smile today, laugh today, and give yourself love today. I challenge you guys to do the same of telling yourself in the mirror, whenever you wake up or whenever you go to bed, that you care for you, you're going to validate you, that you already are enough. Yeah, thank God I said. I love y'all, I appreciate y'all. Smile today. All right, peace.